students. Today we're going to read a book called Biggest, Strongest, Fastest. This book was written by Steve Jenkins, just like What Do You Do When Something Wants to Eat You? And just like What Do You Do with a Tail Like This? We read those already. So this is the third book written by Steve Jenkins that we've read. What do we know about Mr. Jenkins as an author or as an illustrator? We know he teaches us about animals, he writes true facts, he draws colorful pictures. Some animals he draws really big. He puts animal pictures all over the page. He shows us the true sizes of things, and he helps us turn the page to find out. Remember, he had asked us questions like, what do you do with a nose like this? And we had to turn the page to find the answer. I wonder how this book is the same as What Do You Do with a Tail Like This? Or how it's similar to What Do You Do When Something Wants to Eat You? Let's see how it is similar and how it is different than those other books that we've read. Biggest, Strongest, Fastest by Steve Jenkins. Animals live all around us. They crawl, walk, run, hop, swim, and fly. Some animals are too small to see without a microscope. Others, like the blue whale, are bigger than a house. There are animals that move as fast as a car, and animals that would need half an hour just to cross a room. Here are some of the biggest and smallest, fastest and slowest, strongest and longest animals. They are the record holders of the animal world. The African elephant is the biggest land animal. Here he is showing us the true sizes. If this was as big as an adult human, like your mom or dad, then the African elephant would be this big compared to them. The largest elephant ever measured was more than 13 feet tall and weighed 22,000 pounds. An African elephant eats over 300 pounds of grass or leaves every day. The strongest animal for its size is an ant. An ant can carry 5 times its own weight. A strong man can carry something that weighs about as much as he does. So a human might be able to carry one more human if he's a very strong one. But ants, almost all of them, can carry 5 ants. They can carry 5 times their own weight. Wow. The tallest animal is the giraffe. Male giraffes grow as tall as 19 feet. The females are a little shorter. With their great height and long, flexible necks, giraffes can eat leaves that other grazing animals can't reach. The blue whale is the biggest animal. It's so big it didn't even fit on 2 pages. There's the rest of it. It's the biggest animal that has ever lived, so bigger than dinosaurs. A blue whale can grow to be 110 feet long and weigh over 168 tons, as much as 20 elephants. Even the biggest dinosaur was smaller than a blue whale. Do you see the picture here? They have shown us the true size. See that little dot? That's as big as a human compared to the blue whale. The blue whale is huge. The Etruscan shrew, the world's smallest mammal, could sleep in a teaspoon. From the tip of its nose to the end of its tail, this shrew is only 2.5 inches long. It weighs about as much as a ping pong ball. So it's smaller than your thumb. The smallest bird is the bee hummingbird. The bee hummingbird is an acrobatic flyer. It's only 3 inches long. It weighs 1/30 of an ounce, less than a dime. See how small it is compared to a hand? The sun jellyfish, oh look, I think it's going to be another one that's so big it can't fit on the page. Because look, I think those are its tentacles. The sun jellyfish is the world's longest animal. See how long it is? Sun jellyfish have tentacles over 200 feet long. They drag these poisonous filaments through the water to stun fish, which they then catch and eat. Do you see that little dot? That is supposed to be a human. Look at how big and long the sun jellyfish is compared to that dot. Wow. The largest kind of spider is the bird spider. The bird spider measures almost a foot across, and it has a poisonous bite. It spins a very strong web to trap birds and large insects that it eats. The cheetah can run faster than any other animal. A cheetah can reach speeds of over 60 miles an hour, but only for a few hundred feet. When it chases another fast animal, such as an antelope, the cheetah must catch it quickly. He can't chase it for very long. The electric eel gives the strongest shock of any animal. An electric eel can give a shock of up to 650 volts, over 5 times the voltage needed to light a standard household light bulb. That is enough electricity to give a serious shock to a horse or other large animal. The land snail is one of the slowest animals. Some snails can move only 8 inches in a minute. At that speed, the snail would need 5.5 days to travel 1 mile. Fortunately, the snail with its hard shell does not need to run away from danger. So there's Steve Jenkins showing us the true sizes of things again. See the human? See the snail? So he's not big, but he's not really small either. He's a little bit bigger than somebody's head. But he is the slowest animals. One of the slowest. There are many kinds of large snakes, but the largest is the anaconda. Anacondas can grow to be over 25 feet long and weigh 400 pounds. They wait in trees and drop onto their prey. A hungry anaconda can swallow a whole deer or goat. Look at how long that snake is compared to a human. That's a pretty big snake. That's the anaconda. He's the biggest. The flea is very small, but it is the world's best jumper. The flea is only 1/16 of an inch tall, but it can jump 8 inches into the air. That is about 130 times its own height. If a 5.5-foot tall woman could jump as well as a flea, she could leap to the top of a 65-story building. Wow, he's a great jumper, but he's very small. Look in that circle. See the speck? That's how big a flea is compared to a human hand. The Galapagos tortoise, lives longer than any other animal. Galapagos tortoises can live to be over 150 years old, about twice as long as the average person can expect to live. So, thinking about the books that we've read by Steve Jenkins, remember, we've read 3 of them all together now. We've read Biggest, Strongest, Fastest, What Do You Do When Something Wants to Eat You, and What Do You Do with a Tail Like This? We should be thinking, how are those books the same? How are those books different? If you're not sure, read them again.